Hi, programmers. Today, I just wanted to spend a little bit of time explaining to you and showing you an example of the emoji adventure story. So you're going to be presenting the user with a screen that kind of has a theme image up here at the top. On the left side is a choice, and on the right side is a choice. Now, these choices I got from the emoji website, Get Emoji, which you can see right here. And as the user reads a prompt, you go to the Poconos Mountains for the weekend. What do you do first? Do you set up your tent or do you go for a hike? They will then choose either the tent or the little man going for a hike. And so I'm going to decide to go for a hike. And oh no, the hiking path isn't well marked and you get lost. What's your plan? Are you going to pitch a tent for the night or are you going to set off a flare? I have some flares in my bag, so I think I'll set off a flare. Oh, unfortunately, the flare hits a tree and starts a forest fire. Good news, you are rescued before the fire consuming flames reach you. Now, this is just one example. I'm going to run it again and let you see the results. Assuming I can find it here. Let's run this program again. You can see all my images here that I collected, possible images that go with my story. I'm going to run the program again. This time I am going to choose to set up my tent. Now at this point, it's going to randomly choose after I click the tent, two different options. And so it says, hey, a thunderstorm approaches and lightning hits a nearby tree, which crushes your tent. What will you do? Will you go home or will you rent a cabin? Well, I think I will go home. And now the rain stops on the ride home and you can see a result of the story. I'm going to run it a third time just so you can see what's going on. Hopefully see the storyline here because some of my options wrap around to the other side. I'm going to choose to go for a walk this time. Let's see, tent. Oh, as you set up the tent, a bear smells your food and approaches. What will you do? Fight or run? I think I'll run. Oh, it's never wise to run from a bear. You're severely mauled, but survive the attack. Now I can run this one last time and see if I get anything different. Here we go. I'm going to go to the tent. I'm going to go to fight, and the bear gets scared. Neighboring campers capture. One more time. We'll go this route. Oh, this time we have a hiking, and we encounter a cliff. Am I going to check out the beautiful view or climb down? I'll check out the view. And a thunderstorm approaches, and you've seen this before. I'll rent a cabin this time, and the story ends. So you can kind of get an idea of what this program does. Now, before I started programming, I started with a map, and I have examples of the map for you. And you can kind of see, based on the video and the examples, kind of how I mapped this out. So if I took the path and chose to go for a hike, I could either get lost or I could see a view at the cliff, and then it randomly chose cliff or get lost. And then if you see down here, if I follow the path for the tent or the flare and I choose to go with the tent, it wraps all the way around up to the bear and the thunderstorm. So just a way to keep yourself organized so that you can see how your adventure story will map out. One last thing I'd like to share with you that will just make it easy to program later would be just the text of your game. And if you set up your text, I have a little Excel file you can fill in. You'll be able to actually copy and paste your text directly into your program when you're programming it, and that will be really helpful. So I'd recommend you use this form. So hopefully you understand what this game is about and get planning. Thanks.